Do I have your attention? 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 Do I have your attention?
Is you taking notes?
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy SimplyFoodByTy, and today I'm going to show you guys how I make my Korean-style honey ginger chicken thighs. So what we just added in was 2 tablespoons of ginger. We're also going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. I absolutely love oyster sauce. We're going to also be adding in 1 teaspoon of fish sauce. That goes a long way, so make sure you're definitely measuring that out. We're going to be using 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, keyword dark soy sauce. And what we have here, you guys, is a Korean-style hot pepper paste. This is a red chili paste. Now, this stuff is a bit potent, but for this particular recipe, because there is honey involved, I would suggest you use 2 tablespoons. As you can see, I've only put 1, but I would say use 2. We're also going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of pure honey, fresh honey. You know, I always try to say get the best honey you can possibly get. It really does make a difference in the end result. And then we're going to be adding in 1/4 of a teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. And then you're just going to give this a good mix around. Now, just so you guys know, I'm going to be using chicken thighs in this particular recipe. The reason why I'm using that is just simply because it is just a more succulent piece of meat at the end of the day. It's not going to dry out. It's extremely hard to overcook them. And you want to make sure that you're leaving a little bit of some of that fat that's left on it. You know, properly clean it up. You know, you don't want too excessive amount. But you definitely want to leave a little bit because that's going to go a long way. But if you don't like chicken thighs, you can use whatever cut of meat you would like. Legs, breast, whatever. That's completely up to you. And we're just going to pour this entire marinade over top of these chicken thighs. Now, what you're going to see me doing in a few moments is I'm going to be sticking these chicken thighs with my fork. And that's because I really want to make sure that all of that goodness really seeps down into these chicken thighs. Now, I will say, the best thing about this is, you guys, especially when you're using these type of spices or these type of seasoning factors, you don't really have to let it sit for that long in order for it to do its job. I let this marinate for 2.5 hours. Child, I'm over it. My mouth is salivating because it was so damn good. You hear me? I let this marinate for 2.5 hours. This is not one of those type of things, y'all, where it needs to be sitting for 24 hours. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I mean? I would say a minimum of 2.5 hours, push it maybe 3.5. But that's it. You don't have to do much more than that. I wrapped it with some cling wrap and popped it in the fridge. So what we're going to be cooking them on is a really nice hot cast iron skillet. I added in probably about 2.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and this skillet is extremely hot. As you can see, I got grease popping every damn where. Don't worry, I didn't burn my house down. Everything's okay. Now, I will say that you want to make sure, you guys, that you are not overcrowding the pan. I promise you, y'all, this looks so hectic, but it really was not that bad. You want to make sure that you're not overcrowding your pan so that the chicken doesn't start to steam, so that that pan can stay nice and hot and you'll get those beautiful brown bits all over it. Once you let it sit on one side for roughly about 2 to 3 minutes, you can go on ahead and flip it over and, you know, keep an eye on it. But the honey and that dark soy sauce, the sugars that was sitting on top of this chicken is what's going to give you guys all of those beautiful, beautiful brown bits there. And that is the color that you are looking for. Now, what we're not doing right now is we're not trying to fully cook them, okay? So don't go too far and burn them. You're just trying to get that coloring, because what you're going to do is you're going to transfer them over into your baking dish. This is just a regular standard size baking dish. You want one that's a little bit smaller and a little bit higher size as far as the baking dish, because you're not going to make that much sauce to go over these. So you want to make sure that it's not spreading too thin and then it just burns. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, we're going to be making a sauce for this, and I'm going to show you guys that in a second. But I want you to have your oven preheated at 350 degrees. So the next thing we're going to work on is the sauce. Now, this is 1 tablespoon of the ginger. I'm using the squeezed ginger. And then I'm also going to be putting in 2 tablespoons of honey once again. Or that might be 1 tablespoon. I think that's 1 tablespoon. It might be 2. Honey, I don't know. 1 to 2 tablespoons is completely fine, Chad. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce and 4 tablespoons of water. That's all you need. It's not that much to it. Like I said, this is more of a sweeter type of chicken dish, but if you do want more heat, by all means, add yourself more of the Korean chili paste. That's completely fine. And then we're just gonna pour it all over the top of these chicken thighs, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna pop this in the oven, uncovered, you guys, for roughly about 45 minutes. It won't take long for them to cook. I'm topping them off right now with some green onions, and then of course I'm also gonna top it with some sesame seeds. And like I said, pop it in the oven. Make sure you don't cover it though, because you definitely want those brown bits to stay nice, and you want this chicken to gain more color to it, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, and it turned out absolutely fabulous. You can serve this over some rice. You can have it as a sandwich as you want. I mean, chop it up, do whatever you want with it. It's absolutely delicious. Look, if you are new to my channel, I want to welcome you to Simply Food by TY. Let me know down in the comment section what you want to see me cook next. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, y'all babies know I love y'all so much. And as always, y'all stay cute and take care. Bye, guys.
Simply Food by TY.